Well, good morning. This is Shop Talk with Buck. I am Buck. Glad you could join me today. All is well. I'm doing a cutting board. We're going to do a little laser engraving. Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. I got it glued up, and I need to work it down flat, and then probably bandsaw, trim it out. It's gonna be kind of the shape of that, and I use this to do a flush trim around it to fine tune it. That's kind of a template pattern, But anyway, down the center, we're gonna have, who that it's wedding. I have the date on it and all that. It's gonna be nice. So that's what we're doing today. Having a wonderful day. Today is Sunday. Thought I'd come down here for a minute, take these out of the clamps and see how they're doing. All this was done with stuff I already had, scraps. So every bit of it, even that right there, was left over from another project. So these was off cuts. No telling how. I got bins of all this stuff. I got maple, walnut. I need to get me one for oak. I'm getting a lot of oak, if you know what I mean. So I need to get me something where I can keep the offcuts and stuff in it, because I don't know. To me, it's hard to throw hardwood away. Sometimes you got to. You don't have so much. It's that was to keep it off I put my little tape right there, so maybe it won't get so bad right there. You can see where I hadn't put tape on it. These clamps right here, they really do a good job. I got a little thing in there where you can put a box together and hold it true. That's handy. I'll get that out sometime. We'll look at it. Next time I glue up a box, we'll use that little apparatus, if you know what I mean. So it's glued up. See the handle, I got it figured it'll come by and then that knot will leave. So it's maple, and these strips are cherry and walnut. So we'll go through the planers and drum sanders and get all that squared away. So I think, this is the middle of September. So what we're going to do, we'll probably get started on some Christmas gifts. What we're thinking about doing is, I think she's wanting to do some of these boards, cutting boards like this, film it, and then of course we can't air it right now, because that would be, if they watch the video YouTube, it kind of give it away, wouldn't it? So what we're thinking about doing, and why come up with this idea, and I think is a really good idea. We'll film it along, in between, or if I'm filming a project, finish out a day and kind of work on this and lay it aside and film it and get it all put together, and then in the week of Christmas I can air these, if you know what I mean. That way I'll have my Christmas videos took care of, and I can just take that week off. Good, really good idea. I hadn't thought of that. That's a pretty good idea. So that's what we're thinking about doing, probably what we're going to do. But I do appreciate everybody, the comments, I never would have thought it would have done this good. I mean, to some people, they'd quit it because it's dismal, but to me, I never would have thought it would have done this good. Sure wouldn't have. And for that, and I getting comments where people are appreciating it and getting value from it, and that's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. It does take a lot more to video it, and we got a camera ordered that it'll turn around, and I had a viewer that talk about they got these on budgets, and we found one. We're gonna try it out and see how it does. Nothing else, I'll be able to know when it's recording or not. That will help a lot. That tremendously. Or if I've got this one, it's 14 Pro Max iPhone. The camera does a really good job. What I could do, I could set up both cameras to ensure I get the shot. If you know what I mean, because I got a GoPro 8. It's got a lot of age on it, and I might have to buy some batteries. I got 6 batteries, and between all of them, I bet they won't go 30 minutes between them all. So I might have to invest in some batteries, but we decided to invest in another camera to take care of several little old issues. If it works, we're on to something. If not, we'll do something different. We'll try it out and run it through the ringer right away. That way, if it ain't working into doing what we need to do, we can send it back and try something else. So that's what we're going to try to do. But having a second camera up to ensure you get something might be the way to go. So that's where we at. I know it's a lot of people. They'll send one up the side and they'll be talking, and you see them and they'll switch back. But at least you get something. But if you're talking, you just do a take two. Yeah, my little old board here. See, you just put take two on it. And I've had to do that. I mean, you know, it's hard to get it. I wished I'd have saved and put outtakes in just a folder. I bet y'all get a kick out of them. That's what I'm going to start doing. Blah, 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 and I'll just run some outtakes. Because I usually have a bunch of them. But I normally just go ahead and get rid of them. But I may start. I got a 14 terabyte external hard drive. I may stick them on it and do an outtake one time. At the end of the year might be a good time to do the bloopers and the outtakes and deleted scenes. And I don't know, I might just do that. That'd be cool. That'd be something for New Year's. So I'll have this thing for Christmas, the Christmas gifts, and then I do that for the New Year's. So that's what I'm thinking about. If y'all got any ideas, I'll be willing to listen. Sure will. Because y'all can come up with some ideas. One viewer's talking about, when I have my operation, still don't know yet. I mean, we're hoping we'll find out next week. Might do some behind the scenes stuff and that kind of thing. Especially when I do get to the camera and it works out. I thought about doing how I set up in the mornings when I come down from a shop talk, how I set it up. So I'll have it to show you how I set everything up and how I check my mics and frame up and block off and do all of that. Thinking might do that. But if y'all got any ideas, shoot them to me. Yeah. Because you do this every day, or we do it 5 times a week. Fresh idea here and there would not be a bad thing. So that's where we're at on all of that. I am thinking about doing I got my squares right here. I'll take my CNC and engrave them in to where I have something for my squares, and actually laser engrave my logo on them and different stuff. That's just fill in areas, that kind of stuff. And which I like to do that too, So stuff like that. So I think that's going to wrap us up. And tomorrow starts a new week. I'm planning on getting back on that dry sink and this, because I think they're getting married here in a couple of weeks, so I can't go to sleep on that. I have to have it ready. So I'll probably work it down. That won't take long. Then I get back on that dry sink. I'm working on the doors. They're turning out good. I don't know about finishing it. I did some tests, and I may have to wind up redoing that whole thing to make it match, if you know what I mean. So I got a couple more things I'm going to try. So time will tell on that for sure. But I tell you what, y'all have a wonderful day and be safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.